Today is going to be a little bit different. I thought I'd throw out a plan with me video. I really wanted to share how I go about planning. This is a question that I get asked a lot. So I figured it was time, now that we are about to start our new curriculum, to share with you how I go about that. My name is Tiffany and this is Hint Life Homeschool. My channel is all about motherhood, organisation and homeschooling. Of course, homeschooling. I'm super passionate about child-led learning, and if those are things that you're interested in, you're passionate in, or you're just wanting to learn more about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the notification button, and that way you won't miss a thing. I'm really excited for today's video. I'm going to be taking you through my thought process and approach to planning in my homeschool. Now, I'm thinking a few of you probably don't think that I actually plan because I'm so passionate about child-led learning, but there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And for me, child-led learning is all about setting up the stage, setting up the situations where we can get lost in rabbit trails and inspiration. So in order to have that inspiration, we have to have, some things planned for us anyway. That's how my kids work. They like to know what's happening that day. My son wakes up in the morning. The first thing he does is going, what are we doing today? He needs to know exactly what we're doing in terms of just the concept. So we don't plan out every intricate thing of our day, but we definitely leave a lot of room for those rabbit trails. I preempt inspiration, and as the years have gone on, I can really predict what is going to strike the inspiration. I may not know exactly how or why, or all of the details around it, but I do usually look at something and go, that's gonna head somewhere. That book's going to send us on, a path to this this kind of area. I think we're going to be getting lost in some art today, or I think we're going to be getting lost in some research today, or, inspiration to go and build something. We have therapies, we have appointments, and we have other commitments like co-op and groups that we do, and spontaneous things come up as well. Nothing that I put into our plan for the week is set in solid ground. Like, it's not, we are not inflexible to change. We definitely move things around, and I will be showing you through our plan for the week. And I'm thinking of possibly making this a ongoing thing so that you can see how, the following week I might do a review on this week so that you can see what we actually did and what the rabbit trails were, if there were any, and kind of how I facilitated that. And I like the idea of sharing that part of the video as well, that part of, the after the planning. It's all well and good to say, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, and life happens, but you don't know that. You've only heard what we're planning. I'd like to share the after as well. If you're interested in that, if you would like to see that, I need to know. Let me know in the comments. Like this video if this is something that you'd like to see more often. Let's get on with it, shall we? I'm going to start planning out our week. I've already put in the curriculum and everything into Freely. You don't need to see all of that, but you can see how I allocate it and what I do with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so now I've mapped out what we're actually doing this week. So I'm pretty happy with the workload. I've roughly timed out how long these things will take, and they are fairly to the point kind of lessons. They're very purposeful. I've really set myself up so that I've highlighted what things we're actually going to do from our morning basket, because I like to have everything laid out. I even like to preempt kind of what snacks we'll need. We're always kind of hungry at that time of the morning, rather than interrupting our flow of the rhythm of our day by kind of having to stop and start and grab snacks. I like to have kind of like a platter of lots of bits and pieces. So we're going to have some popcorn on our platter, and we're going to go through our read aloud and our journals for our morning time. Very, very light and simple, because it is the very first day of our new curriculum. So I just want to be really gentle. And then I've got we're going to be starting our language arts, our new language arts. I already have our notebooking books pre-printed for that, because that is something that we always do. So that's all good. I've got Riley. We're waiting on new curriculum. We've finished our last 12 months worth of curriculum. So I've just got a little printable that I've got for her to do for math until we receive our next lot of curriculum. So in the meantime, we're just going to be doing some little printables and some activities for while we're waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and now check to make sure that I have our printables all printed out for the week, for the lessons that I've allocated. So I'm going to easily print these ones out. So that's done. So Tuesday we have co-op. So for co-op, I've actually got just a little, we're covering fire this term for our co-op. So I'm just going to write out what we did and the observations. So what we did, I sometimes type up on my phone, while we're having lunch and coffees and stuff. Sitting down in the sun, the kids have already done their activities. I can write down what we did really briefly, take some photos, attach them in, and then I do my observations of any particular things that the kids found really great, what their challenges were, how they overcame them, because we always do experiments and building things. We're doing a lot of engineering and physics type work through there, which works out really well because it goes towards our science. So, and then I'll add categories if there's anything specific. So I've got some categories here. That just helps me with reporting at the end of the year. That's what I love about digital planning. It's just fantastic to be able to just categorize everything and do up a report and send it off or create a book. So then I've got in the car, we're going to be doing history. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that choice in my next video, so I won't get into that too much. And then Wednesday we've got morning time basket. We're going to be doing more math. I'm going to print this page out because I haven't got that yet. Oh, whoops. I'm going to open that up. Math, yes, we've got that already. I have just realized I've got to print out our new history work as well. Printed out our printables for the week. super easy. And now I'm just going to file them away into the progress folders. I've planned out a rough idea of where we're going with our week. I've allocated them and I've printed out any printables that we needed, which is not a huge amount this week. Put them into the folders so I know exactly where to get them. These will go onto our trolley. The very last thing that I do is I look through and I figure out what books we need for the lessons. And I grab them, and if they're not already on the trolley, I pop them onto our trolley. So I'm going to go do that, and then we're done with our planning. I hope that you found it helpful to see how I plan out our days. I'm very interested to know if you would like me to do a video reviewing our week as well, reviewing this week that we have spent time planning and sharing with you what we did, what we didn't do, how it went, all of that kind of after reflections. Showing you through maybe some of the work that the kids have completed, and just getting an inside view of how our homeschool runs and what that looks like, because that is something that I know that I would be interested in. So if you find that would be something that you would like, let me know in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're interested in knowing, so I can set that video up in the way that best answers your questions and allows you to get to know us better as our homeschool evolves, and how I handle that and manage that. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.